In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to build a 100K per month YouTube content system using AI. You're going to see me build everything from scratch, such as defining the ICP, figuring out the unique selling propositions, as well as coming up with the strategic video ideas that will actually lead to qualified generated leads. There's going to be no fluff, no theory, just the exact process that we use to help our clients book an extra 10 to 30 qualified calls per month from YouTube. And by the end of this video, you'll have the exact blueprint that you can follow if you're a coach, consultant, or literally anyone selling online that you can use to build a YouTube content system that actually generates sales in 2025. So let's get into it. This first step is the most critical in this foundation. And if you get this wrong, you'll be targeting the wrong people and have the wrong messaging in all your videos. And that's why the first step before we do anything is figuring out your ICP, aka ideal client profile. So basically, to figure this out, quick disclaimer before we jump in, we're going to be using Shelby Sapp as the example for this YouTube content system. Basically, I saw a channel. If you don't know who she is a high ticket sales consultant for women. She has a coaching program where she helps people land their first remote sales jobs, women specifically, and then helps them obviously get to 10K, 20K, 50K per month. I noticed that she's just creating random videos at the moment. She doesn't really have a YouTube content system around the business. That's why she's a great example to build this out from scratch. And instead of using something that's already there, we're going to build this out from complete scratch, right? So here's her channel. You'll see she only has 2 videos up, apart from this vlog here. So as I said, the first thing we're going to do is come up with her ICP. The way we're going to do this is using AI. So the AI tool I'm going to use in this case is called Poppy AI, because the amazing thing with Poppy AI, what you can do is literally feed it whole YouTube videos and it takes the scripts, and these videos can be super long, right? There's no real limits to it. And it's just really efficient for YouTube specifically. So what we can do here is copy the links of the videos. So basically we do this, we create a new AI chat. And then what we also do is we copy and paste the links of the videos and we put them here, right? So we're going to use these 2 for her example. And then we're going to use the AI prompt, which is going to basically extract her ICP and give us everything that we need, right? And then what I'll also do is create a group here in Poppy AI, which allows us to put all the videos basically sorted together. So you could basically put like 100 videos from someone's channel in here and then get AI to extract anything you want. So we're going to use these 2 videos, as well as doing some research beforehand. I found her website. So we're going to pull that up and basically extract information from her website also, because that's going to give some useful information about her ICP, right? So what I'm going to do is basically just copy all of this. It's just going to give some additional information for Poppy AI to use. And we're going to go back into Poppy AI and basically paste this in a separate text document. So we've got all of this information, paste it here. And then basically with Poppy AI, you just connect them to the AI chat. Now, in this AI chat, we're going to be using a prompt, which is basically going to give us all this information. So I'm going to copy this prompt and then paste it in. And in the prompt, basically, I'll quickly run through it. So it asks, can you share some details about the channel? So primary industry, target audience, key topics covered, unique selling propositions, specific pain points. And basically, this is going to give us all this information, right? Just using AI. So let's do that. And now we're going to wait for this to actually complete. So Poppy AI is done. Basically, we're just going to copy everything and put it into a Google Sheet. So we have everything nicely saved here. And basically, I'll run through everything that we have. So it's given us basically, as I said, the primary industry market sector. So remote sales training for women. And then it gives us the target audience. So women in their 20s and 30s wanting to switch from traditional 9 to 5, psychographics. So this goes a layer deeper than demographics, ambitious women who feel stuck in their current situations, etc. Key topics, it gives us some key topics that she would cover. So normally when we do this with someone who actually has videos up, it's a lot more specific and it's able to give an accurate thing of like what they're actually talking about. But in this case, AI is obviously going to give us a guess of what would be spoken about in a high ticket sales channel, right? And then we also have the USP. So this we can definitely get from those videos. So what makes her unique? Because this is going to come into the video ideation process, right? How can we actually differentiate herself from her competitors? Audience challenges and pain points, and then services and deliverables. So that will give us, what the actual call to actions are. So obviously, if you have this information already, if it's your channel, then you don't have to do this step, but this is what we do when we're figuring it out for other clients, right? Or potential people we want to like reach out to. So this basically gives us all this information. But before we actually use this information and go ahead and create the video ideas, we need to do a step that some people just don't do. And that is simply competitor analysis and competitor research. So what you would do in this case for Shelby is you would search up, basically, I'm going to show you how to do this for free on YouTube, just by searching up keywords to find your competitors. But you can use tools, and tools that we like to use are 1 of 10, as well as vidIQ. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to show you how to do this without any outside tools. But if you want to check those out, maybe I'll leave a link in the description for those. But basically, you want to make a list of about 10 to 20 of your biggest competitors in terms of creating similar content. Because from that, what we can do is see which types of video titles perform well, which thumbnail styles work, what types of scripts and what types of how they are outlining their scripts and what types of videos perform well, as well as basically just see overall like how we can actually beat them. So high ticket sales for women, basically you would search this up and then you'd make a list of the top 10. So I really looked into this. There aren't that many high ticket sales coaching programs for women, especially like on YouTube, people who are already, creating good content around that. But basically what you do is you find the top 10, find the top 20 of these, right? For the sake of this, you could basically just look at high ticket sales, got men who are selling a similar offer, right? Just because she has specific videos for women doesn't mean you have to only look at them. So what I would do is high ticket sales for beginners. And off the bat, I already know like who some competitors will be. So this Marcus guy, we have Luke Alexander, we have this guy. And then basically what you do is you'd make a list of, as I said, 10 to 20 of these, put them on a document just so you have them, right? And then basically what you do is you'd look at the outlier videos on their channel and identify what makes them unique. Basically go here. If you have the extension, I believe this is the 1 of 10 extension, it tells you which videos are outliers. So instead of just going sorting by popular videos, what I would do is sort it by latest, but then see which videos are outliers. And then what you also want to do is make a list of all the outlier videos that you see, right? Because from there, we're going to use AI to actually identify trends between the outlier videos. So that way you can see, okay, this title format works in this niche. These types of videos outperform others, and that's extremely beneficial. So for the sake of this video, I'm not going to go through and actually do this for her, because this will take approximately 30 minutes to an hour to really identify all your competitors, but you really want to be doing this for your channel. So once you've done your competitor research, you really want to do this one thing that most people just ignore or simply overlook, and that is identifying your unique selling propositions, right? So basically in this prompt that we did, we actually got this all from AI. So you'd want to take that AI, what AI has given us, and obviously, edit it from what you know about your offer. But in terms of unique selling propositions, we have basically her personal, authentic story, right? So real world example from door-to-door sales, genuine scars on knuckles from extensive door knocking experience, transparency about struggles, dark times, basically female approach. This is another thing that's going to make her unique because, as we said, there are very few people that actually create this type of content on YouTube. Basically, you want to figure out what all these unique selling propositions are, because we're going to be able to utilize them in your entire strategy. And that's the only way you're really going to get good results on YouTube. It's by standing out and actually being different. If there's nothing that makes you unique, it's very likely you'll just blend in with the rest. And if we want to actually get exponential results on YouTube, you need to know how we can leverage your USPs in the titles, in the thumbnails, because that's what's going to make someone click your video instead of someone else, right? So once you've identified these USPs, the next part is actually coming up with the video ideas. And I'm going to show you how to do this with AI. So basically what we do is we open Claude AI and then we paste this prompt. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to have to blur the prompt because I actually can't give this away in this video. But basically what you can do is a similar prompt, where basically we take that information and we're telling it to create video ideas for us. So using this prompt, we can basically give it 100 plug and play video templates, right? Basically what we're doing is we're giving Claude 100 templated video ideas of outlier videos that work well generally in niches. And then we're giving it the information about our channel that we got from Poppy AI. And then what it's going to do is it's going to come up with the video ideas using the information from the channel, right? So here it's asking for the information. We're going to give it the information. And now Claude AI is going to go ahead and create the video ideas. So what I can do is I'll leave this document in the description. This is a document with 23 outlier video topics. This is some of the ones that best work that we've seen across our clients and just across the board in general. So you would give Claude these outlier video topics and then tell it to basically use information from your channel and insert the relevant, variables to make this video idea for your channel. If we're wanting to come up with a content system quickly and content video ideas, the easiest way is using outlier topics, right? Basically, as you'll see here, Claude has given us a bunch of video ideas. So for the sake of this, I'm going to copy all of these and I'm going to paste it into that same document that we have, right? And then I'll run through the video ideas and we can see what we have. So there are a lot here. The laziest way to land high-ticket remote sales jobs as a woman. The easiest way to make 10K per month with remote sales in 2024. Obviously, you'd want to edit this to 2025. And then we have a whole bunch more. The new way to break into remote sales. So these are obviously templates. That's 2024. You'd want to change to 2025. If I was starting remote sales again, this is what I do. I tried with 47 remote sales companies. These ones are the best. Basically, a whole bunch of these are actually going to work. But this basically is just giving us a list of potential video ideas. But what you actually want to do is take the best ones that you see from this list and create a content plan for each month. So 3 months of video ideas, doing 4 videos a month, 1 a week. That's simply the easiest way to actually stay consistent, 1 a week. If you can do 2 to 3 a week, obviously do it, assuming you're actually still creating high quality content. So how we're going to do this for Shelby and how we're going to structure the content plan is each month we're going to do 4 videos. That's 1 a week. And 1 of these videos will be top of funnel, 2 of them will be middle funnel, and 1 of them will be a bottom of funnel video, right? So basically we have this whole list of videos, and what I'm going to do is basically tell Claude to separate it into top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel videos. So I can actually just go back into the Claude chat and say, separate the video ideas into top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel. And this is basically just going to give us a way to actually see which types of videos are which, right? So Claude is finished. We're actually just going to replace it in this document. And now we have all the video ideas in bottom of funnel, middle of funnel, and top of funnel. So what you would do now is you have all these video ideas, but obviously just using the straight video ideas from AI is not good enough. You need to actually have manually done your competitor research and seen which video ideas actually work specifically for your niche. So ideally, what you would have done in the competitor research phase is you would have, as I said, those 10 to 20 competitor channels. And what you would have done is copy the titles of about 20 to 50 outlier videos that you would have seen from your competitors. Because what we're going to do is you would cross-reference the videos from here versus the ones that you've actually documented from your competitors. Because that way, you're not just guessing from the document and these video ideas which ones will perform. You can actually just go look from your competitors and see which ones performed, and then we can actually do those video ideas, right? So as I said, I didn't actually do this for the sake of making this video not too long, but off the top of my head, like knowing which video ideas actually perform, obviously we've worked with a bunch of clients, I can kind of guess in this sense. Now, what I'm going to show you is a secret weapon that we like to use to basically get mass information about how our competitors are actually doing at ease, right? So what we do is we basically use Poppy AI to, once again, analyze videos at scale. So what we can do is once we've made a list of those competitor videos that have performed well, and ideally when you got the titles of the video, you also save the link. Because what we can basically do is copy the links of all those outlier videos and basically tell Poppy AI to identify the trends with the scripts, as well as the titles even, which you can obviously use to go back and finalize your ideation. But what you would do is you would paste the videos in here and then do a prompt where we say, okay, Poppy AI, identify the trends with the scripts. Tell us what worked, what didn't, as well as how we can utilize this for our own channel. And then you would obviously give it the information from the channel. So basically we're using Poppy AI as well as Claude AI in the process to basically just get mass information at scale that we can use to really dial in the strategy. So I'm going to show you a quick example of how we could do this. So I'm going to quickly get about 4 videos that are outlier videos from high ticket sales, and then I'll show you. So you would just search high ticket sales, how to become a remote closer. We'd copy this link, paste it in here. All right, so as you can see, we've just put a couple outlier videos here. And then obviously what you would do in Poppy AI is create the new chat, link them. And then basically the great thing about Poppy AI also is you can kind of just talk to it. So it has a voice to text option. So I would just say, basically I'm going to talk to Poppy AI. Poppy, can you identify the trends in the scripts with these outlier videos and tell me what worked and what doesn't? And basically tell me what we can take from these videos and apply to our own videos about high ticket sales for women and helping women get into high ticket sales. So you basically just tell it something like that, and then it's going to give us some information about what makes these videos outperform. So an analysis of high ticket sales video trends, and it's going to give us all this information that we can then use in the scripting process and actually know, okay, how we're going to actually script these videos. So this will give us information about the CTAs that they use, as well as what hooks they use, as well as what types of language should be used. So there you have it. That's exactly how you can pretty much build a YouTube content system using AI in literally about 15 to 30 minutes. Now, obviously I ran through this pretty quickly, and this is not the whole process we use with our clients. But if you just want something simple and you want a brief overview of how you can create a content system like this using AI, these are kind of like the steps that you would take to do this pretty quickly, right? And if you want to see like more videos about how to actually create the content strategy for your channel, as well as the type of strategy that we would do for someone like Shelby, basically click on this video here. It'll kind of break down the 3 funnel strategy that we use, where we combine top of funnel content, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel to actually convert viewers into paying clients, right? And this is the exact system that we use to help our clients add an extra 10 to 50K per month from YouTube every single month. So as I said, I know this was a kind of overview video of how you could do everything, but if you found some value from it and you want to actually go ahead and try some of this out for yourself, like the video, subscribe, and go watch some other stuff on my channel. Peace.